Hey there, TaxBots. I'm Justin Spicer with Legal Aid of Southeast and Central Ohio, and I'm joined by Kathy Hoover and Luke Menak, attorneys with our Low Income Taxpayer Clinic. Today, we'll be talking about how to protect yourself this filing season by choosing a trustworthy preparer and avoiding expensive promises of quick refunds. So, Kathy, I've been seeing all these advertisements for tax preparers saying they can get me my refund quickly. What's going on there?
Yeah, so if you search the internet for tax refund quickly or simply drive down the street this time of year, you'll find many sites promising up to several $1,000s within hours and up to several days of filing. Sometimes they promise the entire amount of your refund, and sometimes they just flat out a flat amount or percentage of your refund. While this sounds like a quick refund, the IRS does not process refunds that quickly. So what they're really selling you is a loan, usually called a refund anticipation loan or even a refund anticipation check.
Luke, what is that term? Refund anticipation loan.
So a refund anticipation loan is a short-term loan that's based on a taxpayer's expected refund for that year. The taxpayer uses the lender to give you an advance for the money that you're expecting to receive from your tax refund, minus their preparation fee and fees for the loan. Once the IRS releases your official refund, the money goes straight to the lender to repay the loan, and if there's any money left due to you, they'll issue you a check or deposit that amount into your account.
So, Kathy, what are some of the downsides to a refund anticipation loan?
So while it may look free, it is probably not free. It's actually certainly not free. As Luke mentioned, they take fees out of your refund and charge you a large fee, so you end up with a refund that can often be a lot less than you're actually owed. You may not even realize the impact on your refund, since the fees can be buried in the fine print and lumped together. But the fees for these loans can be more than 10% of your total refund. The lenders may also check your credit, which could affect your credit score. And also, if your refund is delayed or denied later by the IRS, you may have to pay that tax preparing service a monthly fee until they get repaid for their loan.
Wow, really sounds like refund anticipation loans are not the way to go. So, what's the best way to get a refund quickly without being charged all those fees?
And the best way to get a refund quickly without paying unnecessary fees is to file your return electronically using a trustworthy tax preparer and to have your refund directly deposited into your bank account. Refunds are usually deposited by the IRS within 10 to 14 days after filing, and sometimes much sooner. There is no fee for this.
So, Kathy, are all refunds issued that quickly?
So by law, the IRS cannot issue refunds that claim the earned income tax credit or the refundable portion of the child tax credit before February 28th of each year. Electronically filed returns claiming these credits typically take 21 days to process, and refunds will be issued. Paper returns will take an additional 4 weeks to process.
Are there any other things that can delay the processing of a return, Luke? Where can I see the status of my refund?
So returns for the wages and other information on the return do not match with the records that the IRS has received from third parties, such as W-2s, can take longer to process. But you can always check on the status of your refund by going to irs.gov/ where's my refund.
Kathy, Luke mentioned earlier that I should go to a reputable tax preparer. What should I think about when choosing a tax preparer?
So when choosing a private paid tax preparer, follow some of these tips. Check the preparer's qualifications. Ask if they have a preparer tax identification number, which is a PTIN, PTIN. It's similar to a social security number, and it's used to identify them. And also ask about their education and training, including checking to see if they're an enrolled agent or certified public accountant. Check the preparer's history. Check the Better Business Bureau at bbb.org to see if they have any complaints against them. Watch out for language about getting you the biggest refund. Any qualified tax preparer should be able to get you the refund that you are owed. Getting you more refund than what you are owed will lead to the IRS, which is the Internal Revenue Service, examining that return and tax debt in the future. Ask about any fees up front and get those in writing. Make sure the preparer can electronically file your tax return. This is required of all paid preparers that prepare more than 10 returns a year. Do not agree to deals that promise to get you your refund faster, like we just talked about. You can pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars to get your money maybe just a few weeks earlier. Ask around people in your community and see if they've had problems with certain tax preparers. And finally, be sure to protect yourself. Always get a complete copy of your tax return, including all schedules, and keep it for your records. Make sure the preparer signed it and included that PTIN that I mentioned earlier. Also, avoid any preparer who asks you to sign a blank tax return or tells you that the refund has to be direct deposited to a bank account under their control.
So, Luke, let's say I can't afford to pay out of pocket for tax prep. What can I do?
There are a lot of free tax resources out there for middle to low income individuals. You can try to find those tax resources like a volunteer income tax assistance site that's called a VITA, it's VITA, or the AARP also has tax sites. You can find those by going to irs.treasury.gov / free tax prep or taxaid.aarpfoundation.org. You can also just Google a VITA site near me, and you can likely find those websites. They offer in person, remote, and hybrid appointments, and they're all done by trained volunteers that are trained through an IRS certification. You can also call 211 if you live in a 614 area code, and they can help you find a VITA site near you. You can also get help remotely at www.getyourrefund.org / UWCO. Virtual tax preparation is done by a trained volunteer, and they have that available in English or Spanish.
So, what if I want to pay my or prepare my own tax return, Kathy? Do I need to pay for that?
No, you can file your own tax return for free using several online options. The first is start at liveunitedcentralohio.org. That's liveunitedcentralohio.org / tax time if you are in Central Ohio. You can use getyourrefund.org / DIY, which stands for do it yourself. So that's getyourrefund.org / DIY. You can also start at the irs.gov / free file site. Again, that's irs.gov / free file. And just a note about that, if you see a tax vendor on there that offers free tax prep, you need to start with that irs.gov free file link. If you go directly to that vendor site, it'll likely be a paid tax return. So make sure you start at that site. Or you can visit myfreetaxes.com, which is myfreetaxes.com, to do your own tax prep as well.
Great. And I'll be sure to post all those links that we talked about in the comments right after we finish up today. Thank you, Kathy and Luke, as always, for the great information, and thanks to everyone for listening. As a reminder, you can find today's tax chat and all the others in our tax chat series on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. And we really hope you'll join us on January 31st for a very special Facebook Live to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Earned Income Tax Credit Awareness Day. This is an especially exciting Facebook Live because LASCO and legal aids from across the state will be teaming up to tell you everything you need to know about the Earned Income Tax Credit, or the EITC, including how to claim it, who qualifies for it, how to find tax assistance, and more. And we'll be kicking off the celebration at 2 p.m. in Spanish, and at 2:30 p.m., we'll talk about the EITC in English. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.